I'm not going to apologize for predicting Real Madrid repeat that, which they can still do, by the way. There's still one more game to play. But like, how surprised were you as a neutral the results?
Before I say something, I have something. I have to give honor to who honor is. Just calm down. I don't think there is. I don't think this is who is reigning right now. White rice. White.
I think the rice would have just been fine. You have to specify the color.
You know.
Another week, another episode of Only Football. Welcome to the greatest show on earth. Like I usually say, my name is Tunde Young. My pronouns are him because I'm standing on what I said. I know a lot of you have been in my DMs, crying, shedding tears, languishing. You said blah, 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 blah. I say a lot of things. Sometimes I'm wrong, but I'm not wrong yet. So because I want to remind you that there's still a second leg. I'm here to talk about what we saw in the first leg. The impossible, the improbable, whatever you want to talk about it, is the rest of the panel. Izuchukwu is here, Faruq is here, Joba Ogunwale is here, and on gloating duty is Kolawole Babatunde, fully kitted. Fully kitted in his Arsenal regalia.
He came prepared.
If anybody has even earned the right to gloat, it's you. It's you.
Thank you.
You see, as an Arsenal fan who witnessed the pre-Arsene Wenger years, there's nobody more equipped to savor this moment than Kola.
Wait, pre-Arsene Wenger.
Kola was one of the people that protested the signing of Wenger. Like, this man, what has he done? Why are you bringing somebody from Japan?
What was it around for George Graham era?
Yeah, he was a staunch supporter of George Graham. He liked the direct English football. Obviously, we are joking, Kola. And we are not talking about him being old. We are joking about him, but obviously, but there's only one place to start. We are talking about a lot of the show today, but there's only one place to start. On Tuesday, we saw what, even if you expected Arsenal to win, the staunchest Arsenal supporter could not have predicted the manner in which they would win. So, Kola, what was going through your mind at the end of the game? 3-0.
That Tunde says a lot of things he doesn't know. That was the first thing that crossed my mind, but that was
really
no.
the happiest moment of my life. I
wanted to tell you that you're not that important. I mean, but yeah, it was unbelievable. Like you rightly said, the manner of the win. Declan Rice never scored a free kick in his career, and the biggest European night in the Emirates era, stepped up to score two, not just, anyhow free kicks, turning free kicks, writing his name, in the folklore of, Europe. And the third goal, I mean, you can just make a pick out of the three goals, and, there will be, beautiful goals. And kudos to Thibaut Courtois. It could have been another, 5-0 or 6-0 victory for Arsenal. It was unbelievable. I was, personally, I couldn't even see anything. Like, I was stunned. When I woke up, next morning, I felt like, did this really happen? Limiting Real Madrid to crumbs, at the Emirates.
Them to what?
Crumbs, yeah.
Maybe try to pronounce our words well on this show.
I can pronounce anything the way I want. Like you said, I've ended it. If I pronounce it crumbs, I mean, you should listen. I know what I'm saying. I just beat Real Madrid.
Almost.
So yeah. On a serious note, it was a great night. But like you said, it's Real Madrid. We are going to the Bernabeu for the return leg. The work is not done. Yeah, the work is not done yet, but I mean, if anything, we have to remain humble. Before Inala gets angry again, we just want to stay humble, and it was just a great night. And I mean, for a lot of people, they struggle because of the modern history of Arsenal to rate Arsenal.
God, let me put you on the spot.
All right.
The night of Tuesday, 8th of April.
Okay.
2025.
Okay.
Okay.
And I don't know the exact day you got married, so I can't say it. But which is more important?
What type?
Which ranks higher in happiness? Let me just. I don't think your wife watches this. Joba's wife watches it because I've seen it on her status. But I don't think your whole wife watches it. So you can be honest with us. Which ranks higher? 3-0 on your wedding night?
Why you bet on destroying my home?
I think we have our answer.
Oh my god! I know that we have our answer, so there's no need. there's no need. Izu,
Yeah.
as a neutral, because me too, I watched the match as a neutral.
Yeah.
And-
Did you?
Yeah, I watched the match as a neutral.
Okay.
Look, I want to clarify something. I
Yeah.
predicted that Real Madrid will beat Arsenal. Because that's the sensible prediction to make for me. Like, I did not predict because I hate Arsenal. I was trying to be very fair to Arsenal. I like what Arsenal are doing. I like Mikel Arteta as a coach. But I'm not going to apologize for predicting Real Madrid will beat Arsenal, which they can still do, by the way. There's still one more game to play. But, like, how surprised were you as a neutral with the results?
Before I say something, I have something. I have to give honor to who honor is. Just calm down. I don't think there is. I don't think this is who is reigning right now. White rice. White.
I think the rice would have just been fine. You have to specify the color.
So it's wonderful to see this. He's sitting.
Are
on
you
the
going
throne.
to eat that?
Just watch. Rice, I'm so sorry I have to do this. Eating you after your.
While he's doing that, and that statement is very wild. I pause on your behalf first.
Anyways, so as I'm saying,
At least take one. While he's doing that, whatever. We are incorporating props on this show. This one is the greatest show on earth. Joba, I beg. Hope you don't have turkey or something. Before I ask you before he said go carry and don't go come outside.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great game. The first half wasn't really exciting to watch, but the second half, Arsenal stepped it up. In fact, I don't think on the balance of play, you could probably say that Arsenal dominated from start to finish. I mean, Madrid were not just in the game. It could have been 6, it could have been 5.
Should have.
Yeah, but Thibaut Courtois was brilliant again, despite considering 3 goals.
And there were 2 goal line clearances.
Yeah, 3. Despite considering 3 goals in that game. So I think it's one of Arsenal's best performances in Emirates. If arguably their best performance in the Emirates era. I think the performance that comes to mind is probably the 2-1 win over Barcelona, I think in 2011. But I think this one trumps it because they were brilliant from start to finish. And even though we are both competing for the Premier League title, yeah. I just have to give kudos to the Arsenal team, especially
Kunduz.
Ain't gonna ask Kunduz.
I have a bold claim on this, and it might seem ridiculous because this is a club that has a lot of history, a club that has won a lot of trophies. Even recently, in their supposed banter era, they still have like 4 FA Cups. In, I think 2, 3 with Wenger, 1 with Arteta.
Yeah.
So like they still have 4 FA Cups in recent memory and all of that. But I think that this one win, regardless of what happens in the second leg, this 3-0 win at home to Real Madrid is arguably the biggest achievement in recent history for us. By recent history, I mean in the internet era. Faruq, do you agree?
Like, what year are you defining that from?
The internet era, since we all started
Since social
following
media,
football,
social media.
Okay.
social media.
That means 2006 would count, yeah?
Yeah.
So that's the Champions League.
Yeah.
Social media was
they're
not big
that
yet.
relevant.
It was not big yet.
When
It was not big
the
yet.
X launch?
I mean, you have to. If
No.
you're looking
Like,
for
MySpace was already
for
on
internet
there, too.
era, you have to just start with Facebook. Like when Facebook became.
Okay.
Oh,
something,
okay, yeah, your time. So
everybody's time.
Nah, don't you got mail.
he used the Yahoo, I know, like, the original Yahoo boy. But yeah, let's like. Do
I
you
mean,
agree with that?
if you are saying specifically in terms of Champions League, then yeah, maybe. But if you have to like factor in their Premier League and their FA Cup and whatnot. The game against Manchester City in the FA Cup has to be, especially as it was not expected. The one when the Ateta run for the FA Cup, because it was totally not
That was
expected.
during COVID season.
Yeah, it was still a football match that
I don't
they won.
understand.
It's COVID invalidated.
So the win was excellent, and as you said, many people did not expect it. Even though we on the panel here, we warned you people. We told you, if you are a betting person, put your money behind Arsenal to beat Real Madrid, because Real Madrid are not.
You said that.
Yeah, I did say so.
Which one is that the we that take credit for your...
No, I mean, multiple people on the panel shared similar opinion, because Real Madrid, they've not looked excellent in big games this season, and Arsenal, Mikel Arteta is the type of coach that can exploit the team's weaknesses, and we saw it laid bare on Tuesday. Arsenal were excellent, they were dominant, and you would say their goals came from set piece situations and wonder goals, but like everybody has said, they could have scored 5 or 6. Jude Bellingham himself admitted that they could have considered a lot more. So Arsenal were brilliant and Real Madrid were poor as usual, but it is still Real Madrid, and it is kind of scary to just conclude that they are down and out, because time and time over again they've showed us that when it's Real Madrid, you can't just count them out.
3 goals is not impossible.
I just want to chip in a bit on greatest night. Yeah, I think that stands tall, but you have to also remember that Arsenal ended a 9-year drought in 2014 against All City, coming back from...
Nobody reminds
Why you they laugh people achievements?
I mean, no.
Doing all this and supporting Real Madrid is something I cannot accept. Why you they laugh person achievements?
Nobody remembers that, to be honest.
Well, you are nobody.
But wow!
I'm saying like Arsenal fans,
Arsenal
the context
fans,
of Arsenal fans,
it's the Arsenal fans,
it ended a 9-year drought, and the manner in which it happened, like going 2 goals down and having to come back all the way from 2 goals down. I think maybe not on this scale, but I think that also, stands tall.
It stands
in
the
recent
stage.
Sean Maloney was a real problem.
So
at that time.
Wow.
But seriously, today, do you have to still talk? You predicted that Real Madrid will win, and they lost 3-0.
Newsflash.
I should demand that you wear a mask for this episode. You should be ashamed.
All right. I don't know what I don't know what to say.
Just move on.
I can never be ashamed for making football predictions. Newsflash: a man that makes football predictions as a journalist was wrong. Wow, this has never happened before in history, and I think that we need to ban predictions now. It should never happen again.
We need to ban you.
Let's. Like Faruq said, I do agree with Faruq's point. Even when I predicted that Real Madrid, it was entirely based off of pedigree. In terms of current form, we all talked as our job, analyzed the fact that they were not playing well at the moment. But they just had the history suggests that they always turn it up in
history against who?
In the Champions League.
Speak on it.
It's not about your win.
No, they no defeat.
Speak on
no
it.
goals considered.
No goals considered.
All right.
Do I look like your mate?
What about you?
What happened the last time Chelsea played?
Whatever you people have going
Answer
on,
that
please.
question.
Whatever you people have going on. We have beaten Real Madrid routes to winning the Champions
But
League.
they beat you.
If anybody on this panel that can say, have you beaten Real Madrid routes to winning the Champions League? I know you have, even if you don't remember. But I know you have.
I mean, we literally beat them this season.
I mean,
3-0.
2-0 actually.
You are at home now.
2-0.
Oh, yeah, 2-0. I mean, we beat them in 2008 or 2009, 4-0.
Yeah.
So, what are we
You
saying?
can't brag about having an unbeaten record against Real Madrid if you have only played them 1.5 times.
So why couldn't they win?
Teams that play them more
Why
frequently
couldn't-
can brag about an unbeaten
my
record.
simple question is this: why couldn't they win in 3 matches?
We'll see. There's a 4th match.
Why
coming.
no? Which one
There's
is
a
we will
4th
see?
match coming.
Even if they win the 4th match, they did not win the first 3. Just admit it.
All right.
Be a man.
I was going to ask something, but
I want to press your big neck.
we clearly made a mistake by inviting an Arsenal fan in the proudest moment of his life.
You do deserve it.
Yeah, I mean, let him enjoy the moment.
No, yes, it's simple thing. I was not even really ready to go, but I mean, be humble. I just need Tunde to be humble.
I am humble.
I don't think so. You're laughing.
I respond to
No. I think you are saying a lot of things with sarcasm, and I don't like it. I need you to be serious.
Still
He
brag,
said,
I don't
sit
share
your
his
ass
Do
ideas.
you
down.
understand? Sorry?
Sit your ass down.
I don't know what's going on here. I don't know, but let us move on and talk about potentially the second leg. We saw Real Madrid's juju finally expire. One too many, run-ins with luck. At some point, it was always going to run out, and it ran out emphatically on Tuesday night. Next Wednesday, return leg. What are you expecting to see, Izu? Is there a chance?
For who?
For you. I'm gonna go out, so let's be on this one. Now, wow. Please.
You need to be clear. Let me know.
Okay,
for who.
let me be clear.
Yeah, so that I know what you're saying.
Next person that stressed me suspended.
Okay. All right.
Go ahead.
Okay. Is there a chance? First and foremost, let me say that deserved win for Arsenal. There's nothing you can say to an Arsenal fan now that you will make sense. I mean, when you have such a win, free kicks or not, you have to, when you consider the players on the pitch, you have to allow them enjoy themselves. So kudos to them. It's one of those nights for them. So they have to enjoy it. Second leg, a lot of Arsenal fans expect Arteta to unleash the best of haram on Real Madrid. I think the tie is over. We did mention that it's not going to be easy over 2 legs. So personally, I said Real Madrid would, maybe edge it over 2 legs. But 3-0. Even Ancelotti right now is probably writing his resignation.
When last did Arsenal concede 3 goals in a game?
Yeah, because
Let me check that.
because I even if they concede 3, I don't see
Yeah.
Real
Them keeping
Madrid
a clean sheet.
stopping
Yeah.
Arsenal from scoring.
Because that's the
biggest
Real
problem.
Madrid's
That's
weakness.
So Real Madrid
they
need to-
can't stop Arsenal from scoring, and Arsenal are so strong defensively that they can shut Real Madrid out. It's not like Real Madrid are creating any.
No.
It's not a coached attacking pattern stuff.
No,
that
Arsenal can
it's-
actually concede 2 in Spain, right? They can concede 2 in Spain, especially given that this guy is not there, Gabriel.
Gabriel.
They can't concede 2. But for Real Madrid to stop them from scoring, that is where, and leading 3-0 already, to score Arsenal 4 without them scoring 1. I think
That means you have to overcommit, meaning
the Arsenal have Real Madrid where they want them. You have to come out, and bro, coming out for Arsenal. I think next. I think what was that music by?
we can't say it until you tell us the music.
I don't know where it's going. I don't know where it's going with this. After I've not conceded, three goals in a game this season. But
I think it's been like over 2 years. That happened.
I mean, Liverpool
Southampton,
didn't concede
if I
until
remember.
recently. It can happen, but they can't stop Arsenal.
so
you know.
Izu is not optimistic. Faruq,
Optimistic about who? I'm not optimistic.
about
Which one
Madrid's
is?
chances. Faruq,
It's done.
it's done for you. Faruq, do you
Yes.
agree that it's done?
Yeah, that's a sensible thing to say. But like I said, when analyzing Real Madrid, you have to put your sense on one side and just like go with the.
So you're always analyzing Real Madrid.
I have to.
You don't get it. It's fine. Go on. Go on.
So
21. Joba, please.
so,
Hope your processor is faster than his own.
So here's the thing. I think on X I said something because the way you expect Arsenal to set up at the Bernabeu, it means Madrid has to come out and play. It means Ancelotti has to coach, like not give the players.
Vibes.
Aside from giving the players freedom, you have to actually come up with a strategy or come up
Be
with a
intentional.
tactical plan that is good enough to break Arsenal's resolute defense down. And this is something that Madrid, especially when when they go up against a team that is they're probably maybe on a similar playing level. This is something that Madrid hasn't really done. they lost to Liverpool. I think they lost to AC Milan. They've lost to Barcelona twice. They labored against Atletico Madrid in those 2 games that they've played this season, like, or 3 games that
They
they've
lost to Lille.
that they've played this season. So you are asking a lot from Ancelotti, and then the whole Madrid team, against an Arsenal team who I think that along with Inter, they are the best defensive side in Europe. So I mean, I don't want to write Madrid off based on precedents and all that, but given the way I expect Arteta to set up the team, I think Madrid will definitely be exposed. I believe that Madrid can score 3, but I just don't think they are good enough to shut Arsenal out at the Bernabeu.
Still speaking of Arsenal, one of the themes from the game is the chance in the first half where Saka flashed the ball across goal, and lots of people felt that a proper striker would have scored that, and it's a reflection of what's wrong with Arsenal this season. And Victor Osimhen's name continues to come up. We recently learned that he has a 55 million, asking price for Napoli in the summer. So let's talk quickly about his potential destinations. Realistically too, I saw a clip of Rio Ferdinand crying and begging God that Osimhen should come to United. I would like to advise Osimhen to not do it, but yeah, I feel like the man can make his own decisions. But as a panel, realistically, what's next for Osimhen this summer? And it seems like even a big market for strikers in general. We'll get to that, but let's talk Osimhen first. Izu.
Okay. Obviously, Osimhen can't stay at Galatasaray next season. He's done his bit for them. They've fallen in love with a lone player, which is something fans are advised against. But the next move, I think I always say this, that there is no team bar Man City in England, for example, that Osimhen is not better than anything they have. Every single team. You name whoever you want to name. So
Jackson.
don't let Mikel hear you. Anyways, so the same thing with PSG. I do not think, in as much as they are flying, they do not have anyone who at that centre forward role who is better. So I think Osimhen's heart is set on a move to Premier League, and if that be the case, like you said,
exclusive from the art of Osimhen.
but if that be the case, let me work with that he's destined for Premier League. Obviously, Saudi might come later on. Which club to go to? Like you, even though I'm a Manchester United fan, I don't think Manchester United is a place to... I understand Ferdinand. I understand his tears. I understand that he's also a chief in Nigeria. But please, Osimhen is our main guy in Super Eagles. We don't want him to go to a place where Paul Scholes will come out tomorrow and be saying certain things. United is not a club for him. If you ask me, there's one club with an 80 million Uruguayan guy that I think Osimhen might really work. I don't want him to go to Arsenal because we want Arsenal to go back to what they used to be. Osimhen at Arsenal will probably just, tip the thing for Arsenal in a way that I do not want. So
you're speaking as a United fan and not as a journalist.
I'm speaking of both as a United fan and as a journalist, and that's why I mentioned Liverpool. Why will I mention Liverpool?
You all can't beat me. No,
I'm just letting you know that I feel Liverpool might really be the club because they're admiring him. Normally, United for me would be the team because there is no better, and Osimhen at United would have been really, really good, but United is not at that place where I would like Osimhen. And apart from being a journalist as well as a Nigerian, I don't think I want to see someone like Osimhen at Manchester United. He's going to suffer too much.
All right, Joba, what are you thinking? Osimhen's destinations, possibly.
I think what we're missing here is that a lot of things ride into transfers, especially when for a high-profile player like Osimhen. Yes. You're looking at it from what is happening on the pitch. But he moved to Manchester United definitely like skyrockets his brand, Osimhen's brand. So I think you definitely need to consider that because Manchester United, despite the fact that they are not doing well on the pitch right now, they are still probably top 3 biggest clubs in the world. Maybe you could probably just have Real Madrid and Barcelona, and that's even arguably. So moving to Manchester United, elevates Osimhen's brand, and when your brand like goes up, elevates your brand, it's also like there is something that comes with it, obviously. So I think he will definitely want to consider that, and considering Amorim also is trying to do something. He's trying to build something at United.
Why are you laughing now?
he's trying to build something at United. I think Osimhen could be like the main piece of that project. And so why shouldn't he go to a club like that? But if I'm to choose one particular club for him, I think it fits in so well. It will fit in so well at Chelsea. I love Nicolas Jackson, by the way. I think in terms of link-up play and all that, I think he's a better player than Osimhen. Yeah, in terms of link-up play, I think. But I think for the purpose that Chelsea need a goal scorer for, I think Osimhen is the perfect fit, perfect player for them. And I see him fitting so well in that number nine slot. Don't get me wrong, Jackson is really, really good, great with the ball, link up play and all that. But I just think Chelsea need someone who can, using Mikel's lingo now, who can put the ball into the net. So I think Osimhen to Chelsea is a perfect fit for him.
Kola, I assume that you want Osimhen at Arsenal.
Obviously. I think for Osimhen right now, as much as I understand what Joba was trying to say about the brand perspective, I think a move to Manchester United right now will probably tank his ratings, football wise, because it's not that it will reduce his own ability. Like we were speaking before the show, that Izu pointed out that Ronaldo came to United, scored over 20 goals, and the complaint was that he was not pressing. Do you understand? So that's where Manchester United are right now. And I think what Osimhen is right now is to go to clubs that they're in a win now situation. You have the PSG, you have Arsenal, you have Liverpool, these are clubs that they do.
They won't notice.
No. I'm taking it to my full chest. Arsenal at like at a point in their project where they just need people like Osimhen to just take it to the final destination. So I'm not even pretending to say that. Do you understand? That's what I'm saying. Like, there are clubs for him than to go to projects. Osimhen is more than a project player right now. Go to ready-made,
The ones that are building something. leave Bob the builder.
You know what I mean? And if it was like immediately he wanted to leave Napoli, then I felt like from the cultural point of view, a move to Chelsea would have been perfect. His style being related to Drogba's style, Mikel Obi being vocal about it and all of that, plus Chelsea's fan base. He embodies the kind of football Chelsea fan base, that they like. I'm not saying rough and all of that, but
what are you not saying?
They are used to a striker like
mechanical football.
They are not mechanical. They are used to a striker like Drogba, that hustles and all of that. That just goes out of nothing. Do you understand? So that's what I'm saying. From a cultural point of view, he would have fit in so perfectly.
African striker.
At Chelsea. But like I said, Osimhen should go to clubs that they have their pieces there, and he just needs to be that place. So I think if he doesn't want noise, just go to PSG. Do you understand?
But if you seem to want him though.
But there's a space there. I mean, these guys
they
play 3 left wingers.
That's the whole point. Like, he doesn't want. They have a center forward that they're not using.
I mean, he's lost anyway. But like Izu, said it. I think Liverpool need a striker right now. I think Arsenal need a striker right now, and I think those two clubs. I also saw a rumor that he's open to joining Juventus. If
that would be a stupid move. Like the actual strong links linking him to Juventus, but that would be stupid because you do not not want to alienate the fan base of the club where you've played the best football in your career.
Exactly.
So I don't know why you'd want to.
I don't even think it's about the fan
The
base.
fan
Just
base,
don't
yeah.
join Juventus. Like
Because-
I mean,
that's
Juventus are a
No,
top
I feel
club.
No.
like, I feel
No,
like
it's not
Juventus are
about
ready to
being a
bounce
top
back.
club. It's not about being
No.
a top club. It's just about the fact that he's probably going to struggle at Juventus. And
He will struggle.
even if he doesn't struggle, like you, like no. If you have options, don't join Juventus. I don't know.
Yeah,
Why should I explain why you should not join
He
Juventus?
should
The
stay
people
back
that
at
Juventus are they
Galatasaray.
happy with their lives?
The
what
funny,
do you
the
mean?
funny thing about joining United is at least at Chelsea they'll say they work hard, they try. See, I like Osimhen. But man, you look at Bruno Fernandes. Even if you are hustling, you are already
See, look at
they'll still
look at
excuse
Rasmus
and
Højlund.
say,
I'm not Rasmus Højlund is not like
That boy is
the better
starving.
striker, but I mean that guy is starving. He's starving. He's not that good, but he's still starving.
That-
You understand what I'm trying to say?
Let's move on quickly from one Nigerian player to another. During the week, Alex Iwobi made history. The 28-year-old became the first ever Nigerian player in the Premier League to notch 30 goals and 30 assists. And what I learned from this is that lots of people on Nigerian football is that we are not aware that we don't get levels like that.
No. I disagree. I mean, Ayegbeni scored
97.
97. So we have levels.
No, like the point is that lots of people are surprised that Iwobi is the first player
First
to
man.
have both 30 goals and 30 assists. And one
Or
particular,
maybe they don't rate Iwobi.
one
that
particular
much.
tweet that I want to bring up in this thing. He said, "What of so good they named it twice," which is true because every time it's actually nice to see Iwobi being the one that is used to insult JJ because always the other way around. Every time Iwobi does anything, is this guy really JJ's cousin like this? Is this guy JJ's nephew like this? That's what everybody's always saying. But let me quickly go through JJ's Premier League stats.
14 goals.
In 124 games, 14 goals and 11 assists.
It was about the entertainment.
Wow. Are you not entertained?
Don't you remember that time
And
you
also,
loved to Repalo?
Okocha played for Bolton. You can't compare the
Wow,
clubs.
as you can see, he will be playing for Man City every
He
week.
played for- he played for
You can
Arsenal.
see, he will be lining up for Real Madrid.
I think Iwobi should have his best numbers at 4. If I'm right.
Yeah,
He didn't
Iwobi
really
is-
have that
Iwobi
much
is
of a
having a-
number
Are
as
we,
now.
are we forgetting something here?
Don't give
Yeah.
I
Remind
mean,
us.
apart from Okocha's flair, he played mostly in central midfield. And at the time Okocha played, numbers from central midfielders like that were not really that great. He will be placed further up the pitch, you know. So
I think Okocha plays more.
To be honest, I don't think so. I
midfielder.
think Okocha was just more. I think
no,
if
I'm
he was,
just-
no, that's why I
We
said-
agree that he was just not as
Yeah,
good.
no,
it
that's
wasn't
why I
about
said
assists.
apart
It was
from
a 10.
that's why I said apart from the flair thing. Which third he was playing behind the striker?
Yes, for
Was
both.
for
teams.
which
Or
Bolton?
sometimes
I
even
think
from the left, but it was
Jokaev
mostly.
and,
It was an
behind
offensive
him.
There was
player.
Campo in that squad also. You
There was
Campo.
Campo.
He played more
Because I
central
remember I
midfield
was.
role.
I mean,
Yeah, I just finished NYSC at the time.
I was a Bolton fan then. I was a Bolton fan then. I was a Bolton fan then.
Please, Bolton fan, please. Thank you very much.
Millennia,
Thank
please.
you. Congratulations to Alex Iwobi, who I think is criminally underrated, and I think that at some point I hope he gets his flowers.
He's doing well. He's doing well.
He's doing well.
If you say
Congratulations.
Iwobi doesn't, he's not a good footballer, I just assume you don't know ball.
Yes, actually, yeah, and that's the thing. It has become.
Can we say it's decent?
No,
He's a good footballer.
he's a good footballer. It's not nobody's saying he's a great footballer.
I'm
Nobody's
not
saying one of the
saying
best,
there's an exception,
but
but
he's a good footballer. That's like he's better than average.
You know when you play
Iwobi
someone
is
like
not average. Average are the guys
I
that
mean,
you
you
know.
won't call James Ward-Prowse average. So those are the players. on his
Today
level.
when
likes
you
of
when
James
you put
Ward-Prowse,
Iwobi
Those are the players on his level. Aston Villa's McGinn, and
Fair.
you won't call them average.
Fair.
So like, why would you call Iwobi average?
I mean,
Tunde, when you put Iwobi in a
It's
double
debatable,
pivot,
sha.
you can understand why some people would think
Double
it's-
pivots in African football.
Yes.
On top of that corn plantation that we call the field. Now you
You know, so
put-
that kind of tilts the.
they are already telling us to round us, so before they flog us, let us end
We'll
the
also
show
finish.
with a little game. We were supposed to
Okay.
do this last week. I saw this on the internet, so let me just explain the concept real quick. Two people go up against each other, mention a team immediately, and by the time you mention the team, you have to name a player that's played for both teams. The first to name wins the round. Do we understand the concept?
Okay.
Kinda.
So Izu and Joba, do you understand the concept? I'm starting both of you. Do you understand the concept?
Yeah.
All right. So in 3, 2, 1, you both name your team.
Barcelona, Henry.
Now,
Wait,
Come on.
wait. Now, wow. You did not understand the concept at all.
What's the concept?
no, you have to
Wait.
name club
Name the
first.
club
Wait,
at
you
the
are
same
both supposed
time.
to name the clubs together. So the way you call Barcelona, if you called us now, when you named it together, then you can then call Henry because Henry played for both teams. So
Joba, we don't do them now. So let's.
so you understand the concept now.
Yeah.
So when you hear one, just name your teams and
Name the player.
name the player that played for both teams that you both mentioned at the same. You have to mention your teams at the same time. So nobody, you can't wait for one person to mention. So are we ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Tottenham.
Real Madrid, Modric.
I think that's the time. Yeah, that's the time. Let's do one more round for them. 3, 2, 1, go.
Manchester
Villa.
United.
Rashford.
No, I think Jowa went to shout. I think Jowa
So
went.
let's Faruq and Kola, please make it more interesting.
All right.
3, 2, 1, name your teams.
Barcelona.
Ronaldinho.
That was too easy.
Neymar.
Also, why you even mention you don't know you are football men. Mention Dynamo Kiev.
No, you go do your own after. We go play if you
You know what will happen? Who won this round? You won this round.
Yeah, he won it.
He won this round.
Yeah.
Both of you go head to head, and the winner will not face me. Let us see if it's sure for you. Oh, yeah. 3, 2, 1, name your team.
Shakhtar Donetsk. Fernandinho.
Shout out to Nelson. He said he didn't whisper. He was actually louder than you. He was actually louder than you.
Okay.
So, Joba get to face the final boss of football knowledge.
Yeah.
If I do
say
say-
what?
If I do say so myself. Can somebody count us in?
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, now 3, 2, 1.
Chelsea.
Palermo.
Why?
Come on, tranquilo. Count again.
3, 2, 1.
Tottenham.
Atalanta.
No. Cheating now.
You are supposed to mention it on one now.
Okay, one.
after one. On
Okay,
one.
okay.
Okay.
3,
People have been cheating.
1.
Real
Boma.
Take your time.
Real Betis.
I don't want Messi, but I'm from Real Madrid. Let's go Madrid.
Lorente.
Mario Hermoso.
What did you call yourself
Lorente.
again? What did you call yourself
Eh,
again?
Mario
for
Hermoso.
Betis.
He didn't play for Real Madrid.
Yeah.
After 10 minutes, you've not
Lorente.
said anything.
Yeah, let
10
us
minutes.
see it again, let us
10
see it
minutes,
again.
you've not said
Let's
anything.
see it again.
They make mouse is last
But he no winner. Why not? Oh yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Rangers. Magin.
10 minutes and it's gone. 10
Maggi play for Rangers.
minutes.
Why would I want to do this to me today?
Never partake in anything here.
Final boss, you know.
Magin.
All right, let's do it again.
No.
James Magin played for Rangers.
George Maggi did not play for Rangers. Not because he's Scottish. He don't wow. George Maggi did not play for Rangers. He did play for Rangers.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Last one.
Cheat.
Last one.
3, 2, 1.
Valencia.
No,
Sorry, my bad. My bad.
3, 2, 1.
Villarreal.
Marcel.
Eh?
Marcel.
No.
No. I said Marcel now.
Okay.
You did.
Oh, yeah,
Go.
go.
Nobody won.
2, 1.
Beyond.
Okay.
This is not hard.
10 minutes.
Bacola!
It's not hard.
Wait!
You were late.
Wait, did you take what I mean?
Let's end it.
You were late. From someone that did not come at all.
It's okay. You guys don't.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I prove my word.
Prove
How
it.
do you want to No, I didn't hear you.
Let's end the shit.
I didn't hear you. We are
Prove
done.
it.
We are done. I win. I'm the best final boss of football knowledge. Kill yourself if you disagree. Please don't actually kill yourself. But we decided off with some fun facts, which is something I will discuss on the show. The last time Arsenal considered 3 goals in a football game was on December 5, 2023 against guess who? Anybody that gets this on that
Southampton.
Luton Town.
Yeah, 4-3.
Arsenal won 4-3 in the Premier League. And that's the last time because 2023. Impressive. So congratulations to Gunners, congratulations to everybody involved. Woo. Congratulations to me, myself, and Nine for once again bringing you episode 9 of this show, courtesy of PulseSports, of course. Congratulations to our team. Congratulations to Izuchukwu, Faruq, Joba, the vanquished, myself, the victor, along with Scholar. We brought you this show. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, share. Watch on YouTube and listen on Spotify. Let us know how you feel. Give us in the comments. And we'll see you next week.